Horse of the year is here at Roosevelt Raceway. He is the defending horse of the year, Cam Fella, and very possibly the 1983 horse of the year, which would be fitting if he were, again this season. He has now won 23 races in a row, and he's racing here Saturday night. If he gets his 24th consecutive victory, he will equal Brett Hanover's modern record of 24 in a row. But that was done when Brett Hanover was a 2-year-old, and no open class pacer has ever won 23 in a row in the modern era. Cam Fella set that record Saturday night at Yonkers. The former mark had been 21 in a row by Overcall in his undefeated season in 1969. Cam Fella's also trying to go over $2 million in his career earnings. He's already won over $1 million this year. If he goes over $2 million, he's a very good shot at the all-time record which Rambling Willie set this year in surpassing Nia Tross. So you can see Cam Fella here Saturday night, but we got a look at Cam Fella and are going to share it with you in his paddock at home in Ontario. And here he is, Cam Fella, and Norm Clement, the co-owner of the horse, is his pet German Shepherd, who is Cam Fella's buddy, as you will see here in the paddock. Slow motion of the horse of the year. The Shepherd closes in. Cam Fella takes a good close look at him and said, "Stay away from those heels or I'll give you one." Now, a look at why Cam Fella is known as the pacing machine. Here is this powerfully gaited champion horse in action on his training track. And here he is in action on the racetrack, and in a characteristic pose, spread-eagling a field and coming home for trainer-driver Pat Crowe with the rest in pursuit. The first horse of the year was Victory Song back in 1947. That's when Harness Horse of the Year voting was started. Adios Butler won it twice, 1960 and 61, shown there with Clint Hodges. Brett Hanover with Frank Irvin. Neville Pride, a 3-time winner for Stanley Dancer, a year in 71 and 72. And of course, the great Nia Tross and Clint Galbraith in 79 and 80. And Cam Fella last year, when he was named Horse of the Year, winning 28 races out of 33 starts. No Harness Horse of the Year had ever won 28 races in a single season until Cam Fella did it last year. Cam Fella, the pacing machine. And you can see this great champion horse here in action at Roosevelt Raceway on Saturday night of this week. Right now, we're going to take
very few records left for Cam Fella to set or break, but Pat Crowe, the trainer-driver who joined us right here, has one to shoot for this Saturday night here at Roosevelt. 24 consecutive victories. Brett Hanover did that in a single season back in the early 60s. And Pat, 82 is a great year. 83 might be a better one, huh?
Yeah, it could be. If he wins races, it'll probably be the greatest.
Well, 23 in a row, and on Saturday night at Yonkers Raceway, an interesting race because Cam Fella went right to the front, and watch right here as ITS FRITZ makes his move past the quarter, and he really zooms right by it. Were you worried, Mr. Crowe?
No, not really. He's a fast horse, and he's got that one great big move, and when he came, I couldn't have parked him if I wanted to, and he went right on by me, but I knew if I stayed close to him, that Cam would catch him.
Well, Camo certainly caught him. He's caught just about everybody. He's earned over $1 million this year. He's at 16 lifetime, 155 miles. He's broken just about all of Nia Tross's records. And if there was any doubt on Saturday night, well, Cam put it to rest down the backstretch as he just zoomed by ITS FRITZ.
That's right. When I pulled him here, he went right on by him, and it wasn't much problem. And that kind of took care of ITS FRITZ.
Well, kind of took care of ITS FRITZ and took care of everybody else. And that's the way Cam Fella has been doing it throughout this 1983 season. And when 82 ended, Pat, you said the only thing bad about it is the year's over. You're going to be saying the same thing, aren't you, at come New Year's Eve this year?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The only thing I can say, I had the 2 years.
Some people have said there are times Cam will not break Nia Tross's record for a fastest mile. He is so human, so to speak, isn't he? He just goes and wins, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just likes to win. He doesn't go any faster than he has to.
Well, I don't think anybody likes winning more than this gentleman, Pat Crowe. That's becoming a patented thing of yours, right? Going back in the sulky and looking behind you and saying, "I got you again," right?
That's right.
Okay, and it couldn't happen to a nicer man. Pat Crowe, the trainer-driver of Cam Fella. Unbelievable and unbeatable, and we'll find out if he can make it 24 in a row this Saturday night right here at Roosevelt Raceway. You get out and see it, and we'll get letter C.